Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Stanford, moderator for this conference. Welcome to the conference call of Deep Industries Limited, arranged by Concept Investor Relations, to discuss its Q2 and H1 FY22 results. We have with us today Mr. Paras Savla, Chairman and Managing Director, and Mr. Rohan Shah, Director Finance and Group CFO. At this moment, all participants are in listen-only mode. Later, we will conduct a question and answer session. At that time, if you have a question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. Please note, this conference is being recorded. I would now like to turn the floor to Mr. Gaurav. Thank you, and over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all for the conference call of Deep Industries Limited to discuss its Q2 and H1 FY22 results. We have with us today Mr. Paras Savla, Chairman and Managing Director, and Mr. Rohan Shah, Director Finance and Group CFO. We have put a presentation on the stock exchange. I hope you must have had the access to it. And certain statements in today's call may be forward-looking, and we have already put out a disclaimer to that effect. So now I would like to hand over the floor to Mr. Paras Savla, Chairman and Managing Director. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all of you. I welcome you all on behalf of Deep Industries Limited to discuss the financial performance for the second quarter FY22 ended on September 30th, 2021. With the gradual unlocking of the economy, we firmly believe the economic recovery will be very fast-paced. At the same time, I would urge everyone not to be complacent and take care of the necessary precautions. Firstly, I would like to give a small brief about Deep Industries Limited, present a few highlights of the quarter gone by, and open the floor for question and answers. The investor presentation has been uploaded on our website as well as the stock exchanges. I hope you had a chance to glance through it. We are one of the largest outsourced natural gas compression providers in India. We are the company with presence in gas compression, workover and drilling rigs, gas dehydration, and integrated project management services. Our services can broadly be divided into 4 revenue verticals, namely gas compression, natural gas dehydration, workover and drilling rigs, and integrated project management services. The order value of recent awards is around 65.9 crore. The total order book currently stands at around 435 crore. I'll ask Mr. Rohan Shah, Director Finance, to take you through our quarter ended and on the financial performance of the current year. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll just go through the financial performance brief. I'll first go through the quarter numbers and then half-year numbers. So, quarter 2 FY22 on standalone basis and consolidated basis. Revenue receipt on standalone basis from operation for the quarter is rupees 66.26 crore, which indicates increase of 50% as compared to previous quarter ended on 30th September 2020. Revenue receipt on consolidated basis from the operation for the quarter is 91.27 crore, which indicates increase of around 95% as compared to previous quarter ended on 30th September 2020. EBITDA on standalone basis for the quarter ended on 30th September is rupees 25.41 crore, which indicates increase of 10% as compared to previous quarter ended on 30th September 2020. EBITDA on basis from operation for the quarter ended on 30th September 21 is rupees 28.35 crore, which indicates increase of 17% as compared to previous quarter ended on 30th September 2020. Net profit on for the quarter ended on 30th September 21 is 18.86 crore with PAT margin of 28%. Net profit on consolidated basis for the quarter ended on 30th September 21 is rupees 21.32 crore with PAT margin of 23.3%. Cash profit on standalone basis for the quarter stood at rupees 24.10 crore. And cash profit on consolidated basis for the quarter stood at 26.79 crore. Now I'll take you through the half year's number. Revenue receipt on standalone basis for the from the operations for half year is rupees 134.12 crore, which indicates increase of 59% as compared to previous half year ended on 30th September 2020. Revenue receipt on consolidated basis from the operation for half year is rupees 162.28 crore, which indicates increase of 80% as compared to previous half year ended on 30th September 2020. EBITDA on standalone basis for the half year ended on 30th September 21 is rupees 56.49 crore, which indicates increase of 35.42% as compared to previous half year ended on 30th September 2020. EBITDA on consolidated basis from the operations for half year ended on 30th September 21 is rupees 59.43 crore, which indicates increase of 37% as compared to previous half year. Net profit on standalone basis for half year ended on 30th September is rupees 35.74 crore with PAT margin of 26.6%. Net profit on consolidated basis for half year ended on 30th September 21 is rupees 38.04 crore with PAT margin of 23.4%. Cash profit on basis for half year ended stood at rupees 53.75 crore with cash profit margin of 40%. Profit on consolidated basis for half year stood at rupees 56.42 crore with cash profit margin of 35%. With this now, leave the floor open for question and answers.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may please press star, then 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star, then 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Anyone who wishes to ask questions, please press star, then 1. The first question is from the line of Sudhir Bedia from Right Time Consultancy. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon and festival greetings to all of you, sir.
Thank you, and I wish the same to you and your families.
Congratulations to Team Deep for delivering the outstanding results. Sir, Prime Minister himself is talking about the India moving towards the gas-based economy. And we have also seen the recent flare-up in the energy prices as well as energy demand. In view of this, can you give in detail the opportunities and traction emerging in gas drilling as well as in compression and dehydration services?
He has rightly pointed out by our Honorable Prime Minister, we are getting into a gas-based economy. There are abundant opportunities prevailing in the field as far as the various services are going. PNG has already become the new preference among the consumers in a big way. And the reason being it is relatively cheaper and it's a green form of an energy. So these areas I have picked up in a big way. If you would have seen that there is a huge impetus also in terms of policy push by Government of India, where CGD network is getting expanded exponentially under the 10th round launched by PNGRB. So with this network, it's expected that 70% of the population and 53% from the Indian geography by the end of 10th round shall be impacted. So we are benefiting, in fact, in two ways. Firstly, there is an increased push from the usage of natural gas as fuel will directly expand our gas processing services with the natural gas compression and gas dehydration business. Yes. And secondly, as many as 23,000 boosters would be required and around 6,600 online compressor stations are expected to come up in next 7 to 8 years. So both these put together are going to have a huge demand for the compressor packages as well for our subsidiary RAS equipment. So yeah, it's one of, it's getting into a new growth territory and a good opportunity for us.
Yeah, understood. Thanks for the detailed explanation and all the best, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dhiral Shah from Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir, and thanks for the opportunity. Sir, as you said in your last con call that there are limited numbers of players who can be your potential customers. So how do you plan to get more business from them?
See, as far as the Indian energy markets are concerned, there are limited number of players as we have discussed in the last call. Having said that, the growth in the business comes from application of our services for the end users. The main revenue vertical is definitely natural gas compression, which has various applications like gas transportation, boil off gas, artificial gas lift, and gas-fired power plants. So each of these applications is either a revenue enhancing or a cost saving for the client. So it is not justified limited to energy producers as application like gas-fired power plants. Gas transportations are used by industries like refineries, chemicals, and fertilizers. But for gas processing, the majority work is still being done in-house by the producers. So converting them on an outsourcing model is an opportunity for us. So as you see, there are very less number of players because as we are providing the complete range, almost the complete range of gas processing. So that allows us to be in a place where not many players are really doing that kind of a jobs. So we have been doing this services for quite a few years, and I hope we shall be continuing in the same fashion as we go forward.
Okay, got your point, sir. And if you can tell us what led to the significant increase in the revenue from the operation, and is this run rate sustainable or there is a one-off in it?
We believe this is definitely a sustainable, and the majority rise has also come in from the drive of government's push for getting into the clean energy. So natural gas becomes the quite obvious choice, and also because of the crude oil and the gas pricing are increasing, which are also in turn affecting the producers to produce more oil and gas. So as far as gas is concerned, as we have seen, the city gas distribution gas is getting very popular and is in huge demand. So this is, I believe, this is one of the major growth drivers, to keep the revenue growth continuing and sustaining.
Okay, and so lastly, if you can share the current order book and the pipeline you have.
The current order book stands at around 435 crore, and the size of deals in pipeline could be in the ranges of more than 200 to 300 odd crore. But that is again depending on the outcome of the tenders that we have submitted and the ones that we are yet to submit.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, please press star, then 1. The next question is from the line of Hiren Trivedi from Axis Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So just wanted your view on the margins, and they have shown a decline.
So the operator, Mr. Hiren, we can't hear you. Hiren Trivedi, may we request you to use your handset, please?
Yeah, now you can hear me? Yeah.
Yes, we can now. Thank you.
Yeah, so thanks for the opportunity. So just wanted your view on the margins. That is, it has shown a decline on a year-on-year as well as a QOQ basis. So, what would be the sustainable levels of margin range going forward? Are we going to see some depressed margins at these levels, or there's a scope of improvement in the margins going forward?
The margins, we are continuously maintaining above 40-45%. Yes, in last few quarters, it has been seen some kind of decrease in it, but that is primarily because of under integrated project management. Some of services are outsourced, and because of that, in that particular vertical, we have some lesser margin, which we believe in coming quarters it should improve, because on completion of first contract of integrated project management, we would ourselves will be technically qualified for all those services, and that will result into improvement of margin in coming months. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sorry, and also having said that, we are the company perhaps very unique in the country with having that kind of EBITDA margins and also that kind of a PAT margin. So if you see our peers, I believe we have been able to maintain that kind of margins. So one of the best, not to say that otherwise, but it is one of the best margin related, the numbers that have come up.
Sure, sir. I just wanted to, think over 2-3 years, if we could revert back to some 40% level margins, is there a possibility?
I think from here, the possibility is to improve only. So margins would definitely be in range of 45% around, 1 or 2% here and there.
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, please press star, then 1. The next question is from the line of Nitin from Augment. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So I just had a couple of questions. Could you share some insights on the offshore drilling business, and how do you see it panning in the coming quarters? And may I ask the following question?
Yeah, so I'll just answer the first question that you had about the offshore. So currently we are not into offshore business. So we don't have any revenues coming in from any offshore business. What all activities that we do are all onshore.
Okay.
And the revenues generated are also coming in from onshore.
Okay. And sir, any expansion capex plans do we have for the year?
We have submitted a lot of tenders, and we are, as I said, we are in pipeline of submitting few more tenders. So on the basis of that, there is a possibility that that would be amount of capex would be done. But we are sitting on bunch of good reserves with us. So we would try to utilize as much as the treasuries or the funds that we have. And we have a very decent, cash flows which are generated during the year. So our endeavor is to try and use all those resources that we have, and only if we find that there are certain projects which are above what we have been looking at, only in only those cases we would be doing an additional capex and all. So our endeavor is to try use whatever internal sources we have for the capex.
Okay, understood, sir. Understood. That's all from my side, sir. Wishing you a happy Diwali.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. To ask a question, please press star, then 1. The next question is from Ashwin Agarwal from Akash Ganga Investments. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first question is about the revenue side. We have a concentrated revenue, you can say, of 45% of the revenue come from the ONGC part. So we are making any plans regards to diversification for the revenue? I understand that it's a limited market, but getting into another companies or any type of thing which we are planning to do for the diversification process?
See, we have a varied, our clients. So ONGC still remains to be one of the largest clients. But having said that, from last 2 years, we have been very determined to have the broad spectrum of all the different clients. So as I said, we are now in the Indian markets, if you see, we are working not only with ONGC, we work very closely with Vedanta, we work with GSPC, we work with Oil India Limited and all those companies. Now, with the variety we have now having a subsidiary in Dubai, where we have focused, where we are having some contracts running in the country of Egypt. So our plan is that we would try to have as many number of clients and have as many number of geographies as we can, so that we do not remain focused on one single client to a certain amountage or certain percentage of business that is generated.
Okay, got your point. And the point about the Egypt part you are talking about, so have we signed any contract regards with the Egypt company, or it's a deal going to be done?
No, we already operated one contract, and the other contract is on its way. So we have already ongoing contracts. We are running them.
Okay, so can you just justify the revenue portion from Egypt side? Like, what will be the revenue contribution from that company?
Yeah, so our Dubai subsidiary is contributing in our total revenue, like in this particular first half, it has contributed almost 15% of total revenue on consolidated basis. And going forward, we expect that the revenue should increase gradually.
Okay. So my second question is about the there was some termination of the contract. So what are the reasons of being terminated of the contract? Are they about the price, or are they about the services? What, like I'm like not have a clue idea about that. So can you just give us a patch of rough idea?
Those termination was in 2018, I believe. So.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to understand what is the reason of being any contract being terminated. So what will be the reason? So I just wanted to understand on that part.
The reason for termination was largely depended on the veracity of certain documents which were submitted, and the issue was whether that experience could get qualified in the specific tender or not. So it was never on the performance or the efficiency or ability for us to perform the contract. It was on largely the interpretation of how the qualification would have been done. So that was the reason. But I think now that is, so there were certain issues related to that, but I think we are almost on the verge of completion of those issues. And, because of that, there were some issues, our funds getting blocked, but that also got released. And ONGC has released all our funds which were held up by them.
Okay. Got your point. Thank you, sir, and best greetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, please press star, then 1. Anyone who wishes to ask questions, please press star, then 1. Participants, to ask a question, please press star, then 1. As there are no further questions from the participants, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
I thank you all for participating the quarter call of Deep Industries Limited. If you have any further question, we are open to answer. You can route your question through Concept, or you can directly mail us as well. Thank you all. Wishing you all a happy Diwali.
Thank you all for being a part of the conference. If you need any further information or clarification, please mail at gaurav.g@conceptpr.com or gitanjali.s@conceptpr.com. Gitanjali is spelled as GEETANJALI.s@conceptpr.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your conference for today. We thank you all for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.